575. So this time we will be seeing some other predictions, right? So we had F4. So F4 basically I predicted 31 but said that this basically depends on other factors. So other factors may include policy of the government, right? People's purchasing power have increased. Right. So for example, the sale of sanitizers and all these things suddenly shot up during the COVID time. Right. So this basically was dependent on the external factors. And not like, for example, a family who may not be even buying a sanitizer began to buy sanitizers and masks. Right? So what happens when we have the other factors into consideration and the value actually does not depend on the given data set? Right? So basically this is known as causal factors. So causal basically comes from the term cause and effect, right? So there are of course different set of models basically to represent here. I am just introducing here for the time series forecasting so that when we see this term in the later videos, we know that okay, we had heard this particular term, right? So right now we are ignoring, we are just saying that okay, when we have other factors also into consideration, we term this as causal factors, right? Finally we come across a model F3 and F4. So let me erase the other factors. So we have F3 and F5. Okay. What did F3 say? So last two values increased by +1. The last two, 27 and 28. So it increased the value by +1 and made it 29. Right? What happens here in F3 we had 27, 28 and we predicted this, forecasted this as 29. Now let me plot a graph of this. Let's say this point is 27, this will be 28 and this will be 29. Right? So we have 27, 28, 29. So this is a trend here. Similarly, what did F5 say? So F5 say it's an increase, decrease pattern. Right? So 26, 33, 25, 29, 27. So reducing, increase, sorry, this is increasing, reducing, increasing, decreasing, increasing. And it increased the point to, so it reduced the point. So if you plot particular the value of for this function, it may come as, we have a value 26, then we go to 33, then we come down, we go again, we come down and we go again. Right? So you can see there is a trend here, increasing, decreasing, increasing, decreasing, increasing. So if you observe that these two particular kind of forecasting did show a kind of trend in the data set. Right? So trend is a pattern that you can observe in the data set. Right? Again, we were assuming that our model to be a constant model or a flat model or a level model. Right? Again, just like causal factors, for trend you have different sets of models. This again we will see in a later part of the course. For example, just to have a very small intuition, if I have these datas, right, because this does not show a trend and basically this data was well represented by so many schemes out of which 5 at least saw the average, right? Average. This basically took 3 averages, weighted averages and average removing the outlier. So now just see that we had an average of 28 and even if I say that okay this value will be 28, you can see that 28 is related to the last 2 values also, overall data set also, last 3 values also. Right? Now let us take an example. For example, if you have a trend, so basically I want to show why does the constant model does not fit into a trend analysis. For example, if we had this data 2004, 5 and 9. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 and 36. Let us take one more value, 37. So you can see it's a clearly increasing trend there, right? So if you just carefully observe by human eye, you may say that the forecasted value of 2011 will be 38, right? Because you can see a linear trend increasing by plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. But if I take the value, the mean of this particular sample, it will come out to be 34. So my prediction in that case will be 34, in case I assume it to be a constant or a level model, right? Which is not the case, right? It may come, but if you see the trend, this value is not an appropriate value for the figures of 2011, right? So remember one thing, whenever we have causal factors or whenever we have a trend in our data set, right, we cannot apply our standard constant model A plus epsilon. We cannot apply, right? Even if you take some weighted average of last 3 values, it may give some good value, but like the mean, because we are assuming a constant model, gives a very bad value for the forecasting, right? So causal factors, the trend and the final one, we will again see in the later classes, right? So, and we have one more case of the outlier, the F8 one. The F8 says that this value is an outlier, and then we take the average of all these values, right? Again, for the outliers, which points that are need to be classified as outliers, what are the outlier removal techniques, that again we will take in the next class, right? So that's it for this particular lecture class. Have a good day.